Okie dokie. So? Ah? Hang on, I should be there. There I am. Bit silly. Now, I gotta mention real quick. Let's go right support for music. Now, I am leaving it paused for now. And that is because I'm almost certainly going to need tutorials up for various things. So, we are simply going to hope that it is okay. I'll turn it back on for now, actually. Might as well. No reason not to. I do think I will turn it down a little though. There we go, and we can click edit here. So where we last left off, we have our little system here. Right? We have all these different things. You know, and it's pretty cool. And they do all the cool things that I want them to. Or at least most of them. And it's neat. And that's where it is now. I think what I want to do now is to create a new thing here, right? So that'd be like a panel here that has different things in it, you know? So let's see if I can do that. If I add a child node, I wonder, it would I probably should have made this one a control to begin with. If I'm being so honest. Wait, can I change type? It doesn't have a script on it. Does that break anything? Because I would love to be able to just leave it as a control node. Doesn't seem to have changed anything. Oops. Nice. Hang on, let's see. Ha! Perfect, I can combine things to make the sun. Awesome. So, oh, I can make it stop printing all that. Yeah, let's see where that happens. No, not here. Okay, must be in here. Yeah, print output, no more. Awesome. Then the next thing is gonna be, what I want is another control. Right, it's gonna be a, I don't actually know, a grid container maybe? Because that's probably how I'm gonna want it to end up being, right? Is there a, yeah, so this is the size of the screen, or the scene. I'd probably want it to go like this. Whoops. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'll put those over there. Then this, rune, I guess. Picker? How would I want to do this? Because I wonder if I can just put them on there to begin with. No, probably not. Let's undo all that. So, let's see. Instantiating will be helpful. It will be something I need to do. Let's see. I'm gonna need to say godot 4 like this, maybe. Or you know what? So how it's gonna be, right? I'm imagining I have a panel on the one side that will have all of the different runes you have made so far, right? And then you'll be able to drag them from there to the editing section. That's what makes sense to me. So that's why here, let's start with this. Grid container, yeah, that sounds about right. Is this too slow? And it's a bit much also, this. Here, it does seem simple enough. So I do think that we want a grid container. If we look at the column number, I think we want, like, honestly, just 2. Oh, hey, Grace. I'm trying to figure out how I want this done. Add child node. If I add a container, okay. What's they done here? They added a color rect there. So if I add a, we'll start by adding color rects just to figure out how this works, right? Color is white right now. I don't see where it is. Oh, I see. Hey, wifey. Good to see you. I'm trying to figure out how to use this, grid container, right? Because how I want this editor to work is I want you to have the runes in here that you've made, and then I want you to drag them and make them over here, right? So that's what my goal is right now. Is to get that going. Only issue is I don't know how to do this. Added a grid container, okay. Renamed it. Added a color rect. Then set the size, I think, is what I need to do here. Uh, 25. 25? Ah, okay. I see. You had to buy and use crypto? Oh, that's awful. Or I mean, I guess it could be hard depending on the context, but I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, okay. So, then, what I want to do is how to get Stradiel from Canada. Ah, I understand now. Yeah, that would do it. I'm sorry you had to do that. It's not fun at all. Now, let's see. Something like this, maybe? Singletons, huh? Hey, you guys. Is this electric company now? Yeah. Singleton pattern. Are always loaded, okay. Project. Oh, I see. So this is to auto-load a scene, huh? Okay. So then I need to make a new script for the player. Right, that's how that was. I'm gonna need to change the inventory relatively soon, to be honest. But not, like, immediately now, you know? We're gonna create new script. Player data will be here. And then in our project settings, we will go to globals. This one is also auto-loaded, which is fine and correct. Be assets player. Oh, I see. No, I don't. Hang on. What if I go like this and then instead go like that? Okay. Then, and let's see. I imagine. Okay. Then in this case, this is where I'd want to store the inventory later. Or at least, yeah, between scenes, I think. That's how I'll probably want to do it. Whew, gosh, lots of things to think about, huh? But I think we need known runes equals. We will just say, declare that it does exist. Alright. And then ready. And then in the ready function, equals basically... Oh boy, what am I doing? Alright, let's see. Because I probably want to leave them in the format of RuneDict, right? So I can index them easily. I guess I should probably also include that one. I just need to include the runes that the player won't be able to make on their own. Right? Which is basically everything up to V, it looks like. Right? Because after V it goes n.k. This is probably like the worst way of doing it, but I don't know anything better, so... L M N O P Q R S T U V. So that'll be it for now. I definitely think I forgot some of the basic ones that can't be made otherwise. Like, there's one for the color of something, and another for the shape of something that aren't in there right now. And, oh well. Luckily we have plenty of letters to use, right? Because we can use all the A's, or, I mean, all the capital letters, and all the lowercase, and... Because each of them is, a single letter and then a combination, we might even be able to use, like, capital A, lowercase a to make another thing. You know, like, use two letters instead of just the first one. Or even, because we could really just go and use numbers as well. I mean, not like all the numbers, but at least 0 through 9. Because using them like this is different than using them alone like their own thing. So that shouldn't be an issue. Basically, these will be the known runes when they start. Then I want in grid container, right? Let's actually rename this first. Hang on, that is not the right thing. I want rename. We'll call this rune library, because that's just what makes sense. Attach script, that can be what it is called. Then for rune in for item in player data dot known runes. Alright, I need to learn how to instantiate, like I was going to the other time, but I never got around.
Hello everyone, in this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to instantiate in godot 4. To get started, you need to create a scene of the object you want to instantiate. So if I do, sprite or whatever, and I create a scene of that, it should look something like this, where it's a separate scene. This is what we will instantiate. So now, in here, I will add a new script. And first variable, we need to do a reference to that node. So it's called my node. We'll get a reload.
Here, Hang on, I gotta clear these notifications so I don't get distracted by it. I think what I can do is var rune base equals preload just a draggable. Right? And then, so we get the node that's preloaded.
My node. And now we need to call the instantiation function, which we can do in the ready, or you can do it on a press or anywhere else. So I will do variable instance gets my node dot instantiate. And now with this instance, you can change the position, rotation, size, etc. But at the end of that, we need to type add child. So we'll add a child to the name.
Okay, so my node dot instantiate. Dot instantiate. No need for those. An instance.
And it will add instance. And if we press play, and as you can see, I don't have it in here. So press.
All right. And then dot in the draggable script, I should be able to say, because up here is rune ID. Right? That is the property it has. Rune underscore ID, that's different. Equals item. Now when I run this, it won't work. Oh no, it does. Alright. I don't actually want it like that. I actually need something else. Hang on. Because, you see, while it is technically going to be creating one of these, it's actually not a draggable thing that we want. We want something that is not draggable, you know? Just for the particular. Over in UI, we want to create a new scene. This will be a user interface node, and this will be a rune library template. Okay. If we look at this here, these will need a texture. Hang on, texture X. And for now, we can let it be triangle, not SVG actually. The PNG. Okay. And then icon is, so the icon here is scale is 0.378 for some reason, but you know what? I'm not gonna question it. Is it the same? No. Darn. First of all, I do want it to be in the center. Oh, whoops. I meant that I want it to be at the origin. way big. I guess top left is good enough. Oh, I guess center works. So this will be icon. Then we also need this to have its label. I made a bit of a mistake. I was drinking water beforehand and I need to use the bathroom early. I will hold on for the break. But the other thing we need to do today is make it so that the texture here will change with the ID. But anyways, we have the label now. And we also are going to want that cross. Or maybe not for now. It doesn't matter right now. Really, we just need the icon and the label. Alright. And then here, we'll see. Up here, we've got ourselves. Copy this. Copy that. Then up here, we also want. Copy this. Copy that. And then. I want. Should be here, yeah? Yeah. Okay, there. So this should work for now. Right? Because then up here, instead of basically do template, and then this will preload the rune library template. Alright. Then what happens when I click this? It says no. Invalid access to key of types. Huh. Well, let's print the rune ID just to see what happens, you know? Label is null right now, which isn't correct. Let's. Oh, you know what? There's no icon / label. It still says no. Self is this, label is that. Rune ID doesn't work. Oh, you know what it would be? The reason would be that I actually need to run this, not that. But it still doesn't know, but why? So this one fails there. And it doesn't give any output because it doesn't have a rune ID yet. I think maybe like this it works. Oh, it does. Okay, so I'm noticing some issues. All right. So yeah, that does work the way I want it to. But then, I actually need is for this to be small. Oh, also, let's put this up in the top left again. And the label, which is so small right now, can come down there. It doesn't matter here because they're just textures, but I know from Unity that you usually don't want to be constantly instantiating new things. You usually want to disable things and reset them instead of actually deleting them. So, this is not going to be constantly instantiating. Alright? This is instantiating once at the start, or rather when it's pulled up. Because basically, this is going to be the library. The way I've been visualizing this is over here. I'm going to have the little library here. So when you pull up the editor, it'll have all the runes you know currently. And it'll get the runes you know by instantiating a little picture, basically, for each one you know. Because I can't know how many you know until you know them, right? And then once you have all those, you'll instantiate new objects for each one you want to bring into the thing. And it'll still be probably more instantiation than I need, I suppose. But I think that this is the way I need to be doing it. I don't think that there's a way I could be doing this by, hiding things and resetting them. Whoops. Did not mean to drop that there. So, trust me as much as you can, I suppose. Actually, I think that I should be scaling this around the label rather than the other way around. Oh, how interesting. It doesn't get smaller. Alright, that's good to know. Go like this. Oh, my caps lock is on. Yeah, absolutely resetting them is a lot more complicated than necessary here. Yeah. Enable settings. Center. Center. Then where'd the font size go? Here, you know what I can probably do is I can probably go here, here, save. Then I can probably go back here. No. I don't know where that would have gone. I don't see what... So it looks like it didn't save like I expected it to. Alright. Save as... Yeah, I guess it was looking for a thing. This should be... Show label settings, I think. Because I like the way they are on this one right now. So if I go and load, and this would be in assets, scroll UI, that. There we go. Much better. So when I go back here and I run this, that is not correct. Alright? Now I need them to be smaller for one. Equalization. I mean, I suppose that'd be a script. Then here. I don't suppose it'd be as easy as going Looks great. Yeah. I need it to be like these ones' size, you know? Size is 50 or something. If I put this here, I can get an example of how big it should be. I need to make, so apparently it doesn't want to scale smaller. I wonder if I need to add a sprite instead of a not sprite. Let's see. First of all, this probably should follow the same convention, transform. I guess not fine be that way. And over here, it does need to be smaller. So I can go and I could say transform scale 0.378 maybe. Just as a guess, you know. Excuse me. Why can't I shrink it vertically? That's odd. I think I might need to try loading them again. Huh. That's very odd, actually. Is over here, the label is actually a child of the icon. Okay. It makes a lot more sense then. And over here we can see that this is, this needs to be saved, then this becomes the perfect size. Yippee! Delete that node from there. Then here we need to change this because that's no longer that in the tree. Would you rather have $1 or $2? I would rather have $2, I think. I think $1 is awesome. But these days, you know, they don't have Dollar Trees anymore. They have the $1.25 store, you know. Inflation and all. Anyhow, let's see if... Yeah, so that's worked mostly. Then, let's see. So if I look at this thing, so this isn't exactly helping right now. I wonder if I can actually bring this over here and move this number around. Okay, so look, I've moved that number up and you'll see that it's changed the way those look. So the issue is that they're not moving enough, you know? They don't have, like, I don't know what's wrong with them necessarily, if anything. Or I don't know what I'm doing wrong in relation to them. I just reset those. What happens? Okay, so it's the exact same. But here, if I look, 25 by 25 in the color rect. Maybe I need, hang on, maybe I need this to have a child node panel. Right? And I want it to be a 25, 25. Oh, I see. The minimum size. So if I put this to 50, okay. Then 100. 150. Here, transform should be, no. Okay, well, I do want it to be centered, unfortunately. So I will want this hang on a second. 50, I'm assuming that 25, 50, 75, 100, I'm assuming this is pixels. So this would be like 75, maybe like 80. 80 plus 80 is 160, which actually makes a lot of sense. I think. That's silly. That's silly. Yeah, I said that a second time just because I thought it was funny. That actually worked. I might need to record a different I might need to record a different clip for the silly one. But hey, they kind of work, don't they? Oh, hey, Mental Martyr. Good to see you. I should make sure I get you the shout out you deserve real quick. Shout out. Minty Marty. Thank you, Rhino. Happy to help. Visibility. Visible is off, I think. I do want it to be here. Modulate maybe? There we go. So now when I run this, darn it. I was hoping that the panel would, I mean, maybe this one has, okay, so I don't need the panel. Hope tonight is going well. It is! We're making some progress. We're making some progress. Oh, we want this to be 160 by 160. So now if I run this, does it do the thing? Okay, that's progress. Now it's laying them out. Alright. Now I've got to see this here. Or maybe I don't even need those set. Maybe I'm actually able to here set them to be 160. Oops. Oh no, that's setting its own size. Okay. And we do want it like this. Alright. So that does give us this. Which isn't necessarily bad. I probably will want to edit them a little more. I think what I do is, honestly, I go and I go like this maybe. Where do you go? Oh, here. Oh, this is silly. Oh wait, hang on. I'm onto something. Because if I go and put this in top left, actually I put it in center. No. Instead of top left, I custom. And we It's a little tricky because I need to basically just put them in the right spot there. And I can kind of use this as a reference for how it's going. So it's a little tricky because finger points. Interesting. So technically speaking, I don't want these to move with it. Wonder if I can make like invisible. Just flubbed another run in silver, otherwise I'm doing good too. Oh, that's nice. So if I do it like this, does that still move it? It does, okay. Darn. Basically, what I want is for these two to move to the center of it. Right? Centered off. Oh! Well, there you go. And then we just move this down there. Okay, look. See, look at that. Almost got it. Almost got it. Then, all I need to do is find this, and then add another, maybe, I think it's 25 pixels, so if I put 85 in there, 85, boom, you'll see how we have this big list here. So then, I don't know why that's shaped weird. Let's run this again, see if that's wrong at all. Well, let's actually, oh, I know. I actually would make this also 185, huh? Just so it's perfect square, and it's perfect. Yes. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So, then, we can close this one because it shouldn't really need too much editing. I think we should be able to go... So first I do need to add a... Actually, I think I add a panel here, right? Or actually, hang on. How to make a scrollable menu in Godot. A scroll container, okay? I probably should have looked for that. Bah! Let's see if I can actually change the type. Can I make a scroll container? There we go. Did I set minimum size? I don't know. This needs to send a scroll container instead. You know why that's still pointing at this? Anyhow, I guess I leave that. Use a container as child. Oh, I see. So then we will add a VBox, I suppose. Gotcha. So if we have a box container, look here. Let's see, 185 times 2. That'd be something like the 5's add together. 17. 370 or something. Let's double check that math. Hey, perfect! There's a thing on Twitch. What's that? Oh hey, somebody gave me a subscription to Play. That's awesome. And over here, if I run this right now, what the heck happens? Nothing. Alright. I think this script needs to actually detach, and we should attach the existing one to the Ruin library. Since you are making game, yeah, Ruin library. Put on that. See if that works. Okay. Not quite. You ever cross something in a game's mechanics that just kind of makes to sit there dumbfounded? Depends on what exactly you mean. Now, here, let me try to delete this. Let me try to add a box container, perhaps. And then if I say VBox container, what happens if I go like this? I'm noticing that that's not working. Unless it is working, and I just forgot to set the minimum size of this, huh? To be 370 by 80. Silver has crafting mechanics and also like 350 odd recipes. There's so many and they're so scatterbrained that the wiki 5 months on still isn't complete. Oh, that's interesting. It sort of all just depends, you know? Also, I thought I did the thing. Oh, I get it now. So when I run this now, it works. Now, I want to have 2 columns is the thing. You know? That's what I would love to have. Would be 2 columns, then it goes down. Scroll dead zone. Horizontal scroll is auto scroll. I only just found out today you can make gold on blue. How interesting. I did not know that. If I put this at 370 and 80, and when I run this, we do in fact get all the ones we wanted. We actually should make this less than that. Good to know. We will put this at 1080 minus like 300. 780. I really should have guessed that. And we'll... Oops. Ah, gotcha. Hide that then. There. Well, like that perhaps. And get the chicken thigh and cheese and meat and flour. It's only your best guess. Oh goodness. Silly. Alright. So we have this scrolling list, but I need it to be 2. I wonder if I can... Oh, 10:30. That's a very interesting thing, those recipes. So the difficulty I'm having is I need this to be double spaced, essentially. Container sizing, maybe? Horizontal. I think begin, perhaps? Vertical. What happens when I do this? So that hasn't changed anything. So I would really love for it to be doubled up, you know? So maybe there is a way. Maybe I delete the VBox container. Maybe I make it a regular box container. Because I think I should be able to container sizing, maybe. I'm not sure. But we can put this at 370 by 1080. No, by 780. We'll run it now. Well, hang on. This isn't going to do anything because I forgot to change the script. Alright. Well, I hope the creation goes well. I'm off to some 3 bowls of cereal and hit the hay. You know, good luck. I hope it goes well for you. Because right now they're all horizontal. Okay, horizontal, I want you to shrink begin, and vertical, I want you to shrink begin as well. What happens when I do that? Okay. So the issue with that is... I'm in center, or begin, I guess. I want... Here, Or I wonder, actually, I wonder if I'm able to use a grid container instead of... Because this one here is a scroll. Right, so I wonder if I can actually put a grid container there. You know? Instead, columns 2. Right? So let's try that. And it doesn't kill me for it. But, so if I put that on there, and I put this like that, and when I click this, hey! Just what I wanted. I don't want it to be, you know, like that. We're going to, firstly, size is going to be a little bit bigger. We'll just put it to a nice even 400, huh? There. So now when I do this, hey, just what I wanted. So all these textures are going to change soon. I'm going to take my 3 minutes really quick, actually. Because I do really need to use the bathroom. I will play some ads and be right back, okay? Mwah. I'm back. Oh, whoops, wrong button. We want to be up here. There we go. Much better. So it does look like, first off, I need to make this extend down a little more so that I can, fit it all in there. So what if we put that at 790? And I'm just trying to get them all to fit proper, you know? Speaking of proper, it's the one that's not fitting. So I wonder if the issue is that it doesn't do the thing. Oh wait, clip contents off. I could put this back to 780 because I like that number more. There we go. So then I do want to move all of those. Oops, didn't say you. Move all those out of the way. So the next thing to do is actually going to be to get rid of these. Well, I guess I can leave them in right now. And I'll bring them up here. Then what I need to do is I can put on some music. What I need to do is I need to figure out how to drag and drop from the grid container to the rest of the scene. So I need to I think this one will do. I know I just put that on, but we should turn it off.
Hello, my name is Sam Keen, and this is my channel, Explore Game Dev. In this video,
That
we'll
is
go
13 minutes. We will
Godot
double it.
drag and drop for control UI elements. This functionality is built into Godot, but when I first started, I found the documentation a bit sparse. So hopefully the explanations and demos in this video will help folks out who are just getting started with drag and drop for UI elements in Godot. Here's an example of what we'll have at the end of this video, just a very straightforward UX example that you might have in one of your games.
So what we're going to do here is basically use this code. We're going to have it so that it drags here, then drops here, and instead of actually like doing the thing it's going to do, I'm going to have it instantiate whatever ruin it's trying to do.
The left column here is the source. These three items here are meant to be dragged over and dropped onto this target. So if we click and drag, we see there's a little UX effect going on to show that, yes, you have that item and you're dragging. Right here, the mouse icon is sort of the cancel, and that means if we do drop here, nothing happens because it wasn't an appropriate target. But if we do drag all the way over to target, you'll see the mouse icon be the open hand. And if we drop here, then we do see that, visual effect is that one has been dragged from the left and dropped on the right target. And we can do that with the remaining items, and they all pop up. In this specific example, once they're dragged here, they're home, so they're not draggable from this target. We'll go through some explanation and then a couple demos, one very, very simple one, and then a demo of this actual example of how this is implemented. So just look at the time codes below if you'd like to skip ahead. As I mentioned earlier,
Concepts, I know them. Minimal example off here.
Minimum example, just typically association within the objects of your application. And we'll see an example of that as we drop into code next. Okay, so this is a very bare minimum example, just to show these implemented methods in action without much noise around it, so you can get a sense of what's going on.
Yeah.
Here's the scene, the source column on the left, and the target column on the right, and we're meant to drag this red box from the left to drop it onto the right here. That red box is just this color rect. It has a script attached. Here is that method get drag data, which is sort of the phase one we talked.
Okay, so I will add that on the. Hang on. This. You. Get drag data. It says. Okay. I'm gonna have it say printing. Excel. Why does not all code pass? It doesn't need to be a variant. I don't know what a variant is actually. So now when I go here and I run here and I look here and I drag here, okay, so that part does work. as I expected it to. Then I will return self.
One we talked about that kicks off the drag and drop. It's fired off by Godot engine when you start a drag and drop that has on a control node that has this implemented. Here we just return self. So that data that we're going to return is just the color rect itself. So it's going to be dragged across to the target container over here, which has this script on that. Here's the other two methods we talked about.
The drag. So then over here, what I'd want to do is add a child node of just a panel. All right.
Can drop data has this implemented. Here we just return self. So that data that we're going to return is just the color rect.
And
itself.
then
So it's going to be dragged across to the target container over here, which has this script on that. Here's the other two methods.
okay. So then this should be pretty simple. This panel, which I would like to be up here. Rune placement area is what we will call it. And over here, we will essentially just put it everywhere that the rune library isn't. I would like to see them both at the same time. If I look at layout, transform, 1080, then this one is 400. 1920 minus 400 would be 1520. So I think we're fine going 1420. We have like 100 pixels between. Okay. Then I want to visibility modulate. Turn that off for now. Then we also want a we are also going to want a script on it. Attach script, room placement area. And what we've got here, can drop data and okay, let's see. Can drop data. Okay, position vector 2. And then comment data. I don't think it needs to be a variant. Then we will have another function called drop data. And I still don't think this needs to be a variant. Then I will make so can drop data is node and data is in group draggable. So let me think. What it needs to be isn't because well, I guess actually it'd be easy enough to just copy that exactly. Right? Because we can just go here, 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 and then add a global group called rune template, and that will be in there. And then our can drop rule. This is an interesting one-line thing. Equals data is node and data dot is in group. Alright. Then turn can drop. Okie dokie. So when I run this, just says data is dropped. Very good, very good. Then
Methods we talked about. Can drop data was the one that returns the Boolean. So as we're dragging over a control node that has this method implemented, that's what tells us if we can drop or not. And you'll see, again, if it returns true, you'll see that mouse icon change. A couple things happen here. If we look back to the draggable outside of get drag data, we also have ready implemented, and here we're simply just adding it to a group called draggable. That's important if we go back here for that check that the Boolean we want to send. First, we just make sure that data is a node object, and if it is a node, then we check if it's in.
yeah, so I think I've done basically the same thing, because just like telling them that this thing is always in that group, just the same.
If it's in that draggable group. So that's really all we're doing there, and we return the result of that. So essentially, if I'm draggable, I return true. The other method to implement is drop data, and again, that's the third phase. The mouse button's been released over the container, and that drops that original data element, which normally outside of this very minimal example, that's where you would do state changes on the UX and the domain model. But here we'll just do a print statement. So let's just see this in action quickly. If we run the game, it goes here, and we want to watch down here. Let's just clear that. And as soon as we start to drag, we see that phase one method kickoff, get drag data, and that's returning the data element, which is the color rect itself. Over here, nothing's happening, but as soon as we hover over the target, we see that can drop data starts firing and it's returning true. If I release the mouse button, now drop data has run. So again,
wait, hang on. I should actually test that particular part. Just to be safe, to make sure I'm not doing anything incredibly weird and wrong and dumb. There we go. Very cool.
again, we see the three methods, sort of the life cycle of a drag and drop in action. Okay, so here's just a little bit more involved example. Still pretty simple, but it's a little more realistic, and I think a lot of folks could use this as sort of a starting point for drag and drop. It has changed a couple things. From the onset, we don't see, again, that sort of draggable represented here. It's been extracted into its own scene, but it's still just a color rect with a label. But here we have a script attached, and this is where we're implementing get drag data. So we return that data element, and this is phase one. This is what reacts to the click and drag. Similar, we are returning self or color rect, but we're also utilizing that method we referred to, set drag.
Okay. Interesting. So that'd be not this one, but this one. Okay, so instead of just returning self, we say then we say if not, what? If not what? If not dropped on target. I'm perfectly fine just copying this, by the way. If not dropped on target, and dropped on target is a bool equals false. Like so, I think works. All right. There we go. Then we will say set drag preview. Get preview control, it looks like. Yeah, okay. Get preview. Okay, because it doesn't seem like this exists in this version.
Set drag preview is another built-in godot method, and all that does is attach to the mouse pointer a control.
Oh, I see. Get preview control is actually a set one.
And won't go into the details here, but
okay. I will shrimply copy that then. Here's a control. Then new color rect. Rect size equal rect size. Okay. It does look like size is the current.
Or color rect. Source code will be in GitHub, so you can.
It does look like it is just size nowadays. Then, our preview color. I keep writing ver for some reason. I'm silly like that. Color. I don't think we need the preview color, to be fully honest. Preview color. Well, hang on. That actually is something I want. But you don't declare your color anyway, do you?
Color rect with a label. And this is phase one. This is what reacts to the click and drag. Similar, we are returning self or color rect, but we're also utilizing that method we referred to, set drag preview, is another built-in godot method. And all that does is attach to the mouse pointer a control that you want to represent the item that's being dragged. And won't go into the details here, but again, all the source code will be in GitHub, so you can comb through it. We're essentially just creating a little color rect, making it a little bit transparent, giving a tilt. You'll see that in action though soon.
So I think instead of a color rect, I'd like it to be a texture rect. Yeah, that is a thing. Good, I'm not crazy. Then make the size this. And I'm not crazy for thinking that it's possible somehow to say add texture rect. I'm not crazy for thinking that I can have a texture rect with my big old triangle just be smaller. Right, that's the thing that one can do. Feels like I should. Scale maybe is 0.01. Put this to 0.378. Okie dokie, there we go. So I didn't need to make that a sprite 2D after all. That was a silly on my part. I'm not changing it now though. Texturect.new view.side or scale, I think, is a good one to go with. And then instead of preview color equals color. We'll say preview texture equals texture 2D. Alright, and then this dot texture. How do I get my own texture for this? Or does this do it? No, it doesn't. Okay. How do you get self-texture godot? Okie dokie. I don't want to have to preload every single texture for each rune. So I think instead, here, I'm gonna really quickly I'm thinking. here they say preview here. Yeah, dot texture, okay. Dot text. Well, hang on. Get the icon. Icon dot texture. There you go. That'll work. Preview dot color. No, it just does dot A, but I don't think I can do that. And so then dot. What's the material? Okay, hang on. How to edit alpha of texture godot. How to change the opacity of a sprite? Pretty much the same thing I'm asking. Modulate. Okay. Modulate dot alpha 0.5. That should be the same. Whoops. Then.
But the important part is we're returning self from this get drag data. If we come back to sort of the main sort of game board, the source container has a script attached to it. And here's where in the ready we instantiate 3 draggables out of this dictionary here. And these draggables have unique IDs and labels to them. We also, in this example, we need to connect sort of the source column, the target column. And this is one way to do this. There's other ways to do it. But with that connection, we're using a signal so that when an item's dropped on the target table on the right, we fire off a signal that can be read by the source column. And that gives us the capability for the source column to manage.
Okay, I guess I just have to guess, huh?
To sort of the main sort of game board, this target column on the right. And in that script, here's the just doing on the attributes. The source container just look a little bit is like that preview.
All right. Fine then.
A little bit transparent, giving a tilt. You'll see
Wait.
that
There. Then set rotation and dot 1. Okay. One. Oh wait. Can I go like that then? Yes. Coolio. I can probably start closing some of these, huh? Just so I have fewer things open at once. At least fewer things that I don't need immediately. And after we've done that, we can return preview. Oops. I actually prefer it like that. So now when I go here and I click here, what goes wrong? That. Okay. So instead of just putting that to scale, let's try 0.375. Alright, because here we have it on 378. Well, same difference. Invalid. Okay, well, then let's just say set scale. Then. Why does it need to be vector 2 there, huh? Oh, I guess because, yeah, okay. Because it needs to have X and Y. How you like them apples? Okay, cool. And I think I do, after all, want this to go a little bit further down. Yeah, just there. Then, alright. Then, over in script land, we go back here.
Again, all this source code will be in GitHub, so you can come through it. We're essentially just creating a little color rect, making it a little bit transparent, doing a tilt. You'll see that in action though soon. But the important part is we're returning self from this get drag data.
Yep.
Come back to sort of the main sort of game board. The source container has a script attached to it, and here's where in the ready
Source container. That would be my grid container here. The room library. Oh. Here, one sec. I gotta blow my nose real quick. Okie dokie. I'm back. What? There I go. No need to be strange about it. So... Drop target. Okay. So, what it's saying here is that I go... Oh, I got hiccups. Darn it. Oh, it's so annoying. Oh. Yeah. When does it end? No, it's not cute, Chucky. It's so annoying. Goodness. No. I just need to... It's so distracting as well. Keeps me from getting things done. I think... That's the thing, yeah. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I see. I accidentally selected too. Oh my goodness. So, I am. We're gonna say in here, we're gonna go. Oh my goodness, when does it end? Um. Oh, it is not cute at all, Shaki. It's annoying. Okay. Goodness. You, I don't hate when you're right. I hate when I have hiccups. There's a difference. Okay. Okay. Grrr. Mean to me, Shaki. The most mean to me. What is this? My goodness. Bah. Um. God.
Rect, making it a little bit transparent, doing a tilt. You'll see that in action though soon. But the important part is we're returning self from this get drag data. If we come back to sort of the main sort of game board, the source container has a script attached to it, and here's where in the ready we instantiate 3 draggables out of this dictionary.
Let's see what this connects. Oh shoot, it's a callable. Connects a signal by name to a callable. I think actually then, in that case, we don't need self in there at all. Is that correct? Goodness. You're gonna get tired of this eventually too, Shaki. If it keeps up. Bleh. Signal, string name, callable as a callable. You will never... No, you must. You shrimply must. How about this then? Yeah, okay. Bleh! Okay.
And these draggables have unique IDs and labels to them. Also, in this example, we need to connect the source column and the target column.
This is mean to me. Here, let's see. Well, actually, this... What? Oh, I see. So here we go. Because this is the draggable container, technically, that I'm doing this from, is this library one. Yeah, I can actually rename this. To library grade. Then... Oh wait, I don't actually need this at all. Or at least I don't think. A dropped item is a drop. Is a... I don't think I need that part. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I need that part. What I do need, though, is to say... Well, I will just leave it as a pass for now, until I quite understand. But what I do need absolutely is to have it populate that library.
And this is one way to do this. There's other ways to do it, but with that connection, we're using a signal so that when an item's dropped on the...
Because for them, they remove it from theirs and put it in the other. I just need it to go from mine to mine and also exist in both.
The target table on the right, we fire off a signal that can be read by the source column, and that gives us the capability for the source column to manage its UI in reaction to that element being dropped.
Speaking of, here I want to have node equals bing. There we go. Maybe I just print what the data is. Maybe I don't need a tutorial anymore. Maybe I don't need this anymore. So what goes wrong when I click this? Is the first question. So it gives me the control node. 16, in fact. Okay. Then in the rune placement area, can we access data dot data dot rune ID. That is with an underscore. Now, is that something I can do? Hey, okay, so we can't. Alright. Then... I would like to propose that we do the little instantiation game as well. First, actually, when I populate library, I want to have it get rid of all the things that are previously in there. Well, actually, we can just check which ones are in there. If... Well, maybe not. But maybe so. Why does this need to be double spaced out? What? Then, what was I up to? I was saying, to be super awesome and cool, we need to instantiate, right? Okay, and so what we need in the placement area is a preload, right? We'll preload bum hum ba da bum ba ba da bum ba 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 ba. Draggable.json. Then we say instantiate. Okay. New rune equals draggable template dot instantiate. Okay, okay. Then new rune dot rune ID equals beta dot rune ID, and then root node dot add child new rune. Let's see what happens when I do this. I guess it would be here, huh? And it goes up there. But okay. Oh, I understand. It doesn't like to place things. Okay, I need to ignore clicks then. Show behind, top level, no, ordering. We want this as like negative 15, I think. I don't know how or what the whole thing is going to be like, but doing it like this. Is, I think. If I hide this, what happens? It doesn't do the thing. Okie dokie. That's fair. I want to know really quickly where that is actually saying dragging, because I want to make it stop saying that. There we go. I never actually did anything with that variable. I don't even think I need it. But also, we need to, I want to know where it's placed, you know? There. Because the way this one does it is different. Oops. Let's see. This is in the room placement area. Then I will say new room dot global position equals mouse. Hang on. Let's see. Give viewport dot get mouse position. There. That possible? That doable? That work? Maybe? There we go. Pretty nice. I can't click any of these right now. Because even if that's -15, that doesn't work. I need it to not here. Mouse filter a pass. Let's see if that works. No. Ignore. Okay, but now it doesn't do the other thing. If so, I wanted to ignore except when I'm dragging. You know? So let's see. This is a grid container. In fact, have I ever looked at what I also need is for it to turn self preview. Okay, well I guess then my only solution here is to make these perfectly line up. And well, no, it'll be fine. People will live. What I need is this to be something that can ignore sometimes. Here, how to change. Let's see about that, huh? Do code. It's a constant. What do you mean? Mouse filter ignore. Okie dokie. I need get drag data to this, get preview control that. Here that does this. Here these do these things. Then actually, what necessarily breaks if these are childs of this? Because in my head, nothing would break at all if they're all just children of that. They all disappear because of the modulation. I think it's the same thing if I self-modulate, though. Yeah. Whoops. Oh, I did that wrong way around. There we go. And then, oh, I forgot to put on, I mean, that does prove that does the thing properly. But if I go pass instead, now these still break. I can get the new ones, but it still breaks. Okay, so there's no point to making them be children of it in the first place. That's fine. Okay, so what I need is this. On drop data. I need mouse filter equals mouse filter hash and filter equals filter equals. What happens if I just try it, you know? If that doesn't work, this does. Darn. So that doesn't work, clearly. I will set it back to ignore after you drop the data. No. I think here, get drag data. I mean, I could use this. Dragging template. Actually, I don't even need it to be a template, do I? I just need var dragging template. Or I suppose no, it does work like this. Dragging template equals false by default. Then here, when I say get drag data, I can go var handler equals draggable handler, right? And then here I can say handler dot one sec. Handler dot dragging template. Oops. And then I can say up here if dragging template, then there we go. Wait, hang on. The area dot mouse filter equals mouse filter stop. I know. Oh, wait, that needs to be now. Mean to me. Oh, I can use set mouse filter for that, I suppose. else like that. Okay. Then drop data. And I can go I need full trackable handler. And after I drop data, this needs to be a var, of course. Var for variable. Then I say the handler dot dragging template equals false. Does this work? No. Base object of type null instance. Because that should work. Maybe I go like this instead. It should be like the exact same thing. Oh. Get node. Oh wait. Okay, how do I do it in my draggable? Get nodes and group. Okie dokie. How do you like that? Wee. Oh hey. Hey everyone. Hey, hey, hey. Alright. Now my only thing is I need to say if you put it down outside the rune placement area, delete it. Alright? That I imagine would be in here. Right? If r-click, if selected. Remove from dragging. I think in here I say you remove from dragging. Check if it is in the area. Here, let's actually how to check if a object is in a panel area. How to tell if a node 2D overlaps a control godot. Bum. In this situation, maybe I give this a area 2D. And I can put a collision shape 2D. And this can be a new rectangle. I don't know if this is a good idea at all. Transform. I think we said 780. Yeah, we can actually just check. 1448 by 1080. And that's position. Whoops. Not size. Hang on. No, I don't think this is the right way of doing things. I think I want to change type to an area 2D to begin with. Alright, I don't think that should change anything. Except, I don't think we'll need dragging wait, hang on. I don't want to do that, because I don't want to change this stuff that I just figured out. And a couple other things. But what I can actually do is add another panel, right? And this panel can even just be like that. How is this one sized? Okay, well, I'm gonna want this one to move down a bit, I suppose. What is it currently like? Layout, transform, or we'll put an even for 60, I think. And this is 400, so we'll maybe put it at 430, let's say. That way it should have an even amount of space on each side. Then we can make this a rune deletion, I should say. Or even, well, maybe we make this an area 2D. What? That's not going to be a thing, you silly squid coder. I do want to remake this into a area 2D, I think. Alright. Now, I need this to be... You're so silly. When might I even say the silliest? I need to make a collision shape 2D. It shall be a rectangle. Transform. Oh, it's this one. I keep forgetting that. We wanted 460 and probably like 200. I forget exactly. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Position should be, I suppose, 230 since it started in the middle. And 100 makes enough sense. Yeah. Honk shoe. You're so silly. Now, what I have here is a room deletion area. I think I am going to want to add a color rect to this. That will hopefully just be 400. No, 460, right? 460 by 100. By 200, I mean. I said that. I did, but I pretend I did. So let's see about... Maybe not such a bright thing. There. Oh, I don't want those overlapping. So we'll put this maybe back at 420. How does that work? That works great. It's lovely. Only issue is that yeah, 210 makes sense. That's where it should be. So only issue, what's the issue? It had an issue, I just forget. Oh, that's right. I need this to move over as well. Or do I? I don't think I do. I Control S. Ah, I forgot about that. Okay, so then, whoops. Lost my property, what? Base object of type window? Hang on. And overlapping not equals and doesn't equals room delete done. And I do need to make room deletion a thing. And then I can put that with my other onreadies. Not onready. Var. I don't know if this will actually work. Goals. Boom. If overlap equals room deletion. Self dot delete. How do I delete something? How to delete a node in godot. How to destroy object. Q free. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Ingress. Bah. You free. Let's see about that, huh? Alright. Valid assignment of key or maybe I need to check. Oh wait, hang on. I see what I've done wrong. I didn't even look at what overlapping was. If area equals room deletion, then I will say self dot q 3 and return. So don't even bother with the rest of it. Okay, so that's not what I want you to do. Wait, it says down here now. Hang on. And hang on. So I'm doing this wrong to begin with, right? So first of all, the area's parent's parent would be the window because that's the parent of the root of the scene. If area doesn't equal prune deletion, then if area doesn't equal prune deletion, there we go. Now when I do this, it shouldn't do anything. Can't place it out here, which makes sense. Wait, hang on. Whoops. There's a little spot where you can kind of wedge it under. It's a bit silly. I'm unable to place it now. I think I broke that. Hang on. So it works normally, right? Gotcha. So the thing that goes wrong is when I start the dragging, if I don't finish it, then it breaks, basically. Right? Dragging template is true. Then it's only false set to be false there. Right? Notification drag end. All right. So where is it? What was it? Notification. Okay. Okie dokie. And their dot. Should be like that. I think what I want to do is here. I kind of want to scale it. I'm actually okay if it overlaps this. Just a little. Just to make sure there's like minimal places for people to put them that I don't want them to. I actually don't need this color rect really. I'm gonna leave it anyway. And I'm gonna have, well, have this go down. Like that. So now they'll be covering that. Oh, right. If I just put, does it work to just go like that maybe? Is that a thing I could do perhaps? Just the order things are. Okay. So then now here, then else in deletion area equals true. Else in deletion area equals false. I'm gonna set all the way up here bar in deletion area equals false by default. Then if you right click it and then I want to say if it's selected, if in deletion area self.q free. Now if I just simply drag this over, it doesn't do anything bad, but then darn it, it doesn't work. Why would that be? It is because perhaps this collision shape is in the way. No, because this color rect is in the way. Ignore the mouse. I never need that color rect using the mouse. Hey! Oh. What happened? That was odd. What? That's so odd. So, is it specifically the second one that's doing that? Or is it just whenever I do a second one deleted? Oh, you know what? Maybe I remove it from dragging first. Maybe that's part of the problem. Okay, but it's not the full problem. Let's see. We're gonna drag this over here. So okay, how do I pass? Hmm? Continue, but then we'll have the same breakpoint. What would be causing the window to just break, right? That's what I'm wondering. Doing deletion. Set object. In deletion area is true right now. Right? So, and that's just because it was outside the area. Don't worry about that. Outside the window thing, and it's not being told to update visuals. That's fine. What I need to see is why. So inner children. So apparently the window kind of broke, but if I just like step over it, it just immediately breaks. So I don't quite know how to debug that. Print self, I suppose. Okay, if I were to, it's about the number of things I have in there. No, it always seems like it's gonna. I am noticing though, it is not printing a second time. Right? If you look down there, it goes Y and then it doesn't say who. So it is breaking before it gets to here, is what I'm thinking. So, what's breaking it? If I comment this out, does it still break? Okay. No. It does. Oh. You see this? I'm putting it down and it's going behind that. I'm going to take this color action. I'm gonna go and I'm going to change the alpha to be less so I can see what's behind it. I think just like 175 works. Alright. And then if I put this back, now when I go like that, okay, then does it get to there? Because this should print it twice. That doesn't even print it once. That's odd. Okay, but it knows that we're doing the... It knows that we're right-clicking at least, right? That prints 4 times there? No. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Q free. Let's see. Maybe instead maybe it works to just go q.free instead of self.q.free. Use this note to be deleted at the end of the current frame. When deleted, all its children deleted as well, and all references to this note and this children become invalid. Okay. Does this change anything? No. Okay. So, I wonder if I try object.free instead. See if that changes anything. Because the object would be self.free. What changes here? Attempted to free a locked object calling or emitting. Okay, that's fair enough. Q free, and then return maybe. So it doesn't even try and do the rest of the frame? Or I mean the rest of the action? 1, 2. See, there was our issue. Because, hey, might I just say I'm very cool? Oh? Alright. Definitely some debugging to do. So, basically, what was going on before was it was trying to process everything else about the thing. What? How odd. Okay. Wait, no, wait, what? Huh? Because I'm pretty sure and I said to yourself in here because I have the thing there, then I have here I say wait. Where's the thing changing? How odd. Well, I suppose I can add in the process. Mouse filter equals if handler template. So if you are dragging a template, then make the mouse filter equal stop, else ignore. Then I don't know where I'm missing it, but apparently it just doesn't exist anywhere where I tell it what to actually use. I did that just now. So strange. Oh wait, here. Did that there. I guess that doesn't work. Well, let's try doing it like this. No, the issue is I see. The issue is I have both of these as a thing. So right now it says if you're in this, do this when you right click. Maybe then I go and say else and the rest of it, right? Maybe this will help. I would also actually prefer it being in here instead of in here. So let's see if that works. So I just need to be able to pick it up and put it down. Grr. Can delete them, right? So I wonder. I want it to print when I press right click. I want you to print being stinky, just to see if it's getting the right thing, you know? Yeah. So it is in fact understanding when I tell it to do these things, which is good in some ways, bad in others, because it means I don't know what the problem is. Wait, where'd my selected equals false go? It just vanished. Wait, no, selected equals false. Down here, isn't it? If selected. No. Do I need it to be selected? I think my selected just disappeared. It got eaten somewhere along the way. What? What? Maybe I put that before that? That makes no sense. If I go and undo something. Ah. I don't know where the select equals false went. If selected, do all this. Okay. Very odd, but when I right click, does the handler actually take care of that for me? Am I smart or something? Ah, I am. Okie dokie. I'm satisfied. So we can actually just go back to how it was. Q free. The problem is that this part disappeared. Q free and return. Alright. Now, when I go bing, 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 then I can do something interesting. Like, I can take place, and I can go, and then I can scroll through some of those. I can go, I mean, yeah, I can pretty much make a lot of different combinations with just these ones. Like, if I remember properly, I go and I say where and superlative. Oh. Here, okay. Then another where. Make it big. Alright. Then make this, whoops. Then shrink it. Then if I make, oh, I actually don't know. But I can actually just, oops, delete all of them like that, which is convenient. This is good progress. And I do think I am going to end it there for today, because I'm tired. I might not have as much to do as I think. I might not have a ton to do. I probably still have a ton to do. I'm probably failing all my classes at once just because I decided to stream today. And that's probably what happened. Who knows? We're gonna see. Now, we are gonna see. Who we can read into. I prefer someone I'm following because I just know them better and it's more simple for me. I've actually got to use the bathroom. I think I'm gonna go without rating today, just this once. Just because I want to get going faster and I don't want to stay. I feel like I had to stick around and talk to them a bit. I'll see you guys later. I had a lot of fun. I made great progress, I think. And I'll see you guys next time, okay? Bye.